Doran in the game, you could trust that they will have that. But if things don't go well early, if they do find themselves falling significantly behind, it's going to be so difficult to catch up.
Yeah, certainly a lot of scaling elements in the KT lineup as well, but as you mentioned, the front-to-back scaling, team fighting composition here from Nongshim is actually looking pretty good. So I think if this turns into kind of a lull-statey kind of game that goes the distance, you know, maybe KT can push it out because they have, you know, right now what looks to be the better roster. They're playing a little bit better, but I think that Nongshim have set themselves up for just success. You know, it's not a difficult kind of a composition to run. I think they can kind of sit back and wait and see what happens. So let's see what happens ourselves. Game number 1 of match 30.
Nongshim understanding the strengths of their team, and you love to see it.
Yeah, it is definitely good to see. This is not something you're going to like if you are a Nongshim fan. It's, of course, Doran already laying in the hurt up in the top side, taking great trades, looking for more here. Oh man, he interrupts the dash. The flash has to come out from Rich, otherwise he was about to get Goomba stomped there. And,
from Blank, they really want to get priority on this Drake right now.
And you know, we've got the Olaf here as well, as multiple roots are landing. They think they're baiting them in, but actually, can Blank actually do enough damage here? They are poking back, and you know that the range advantage here from the Senna is pretty nice, but the 3-man root is huge coming in. Zeus in a bit of trouble, and it doesn't feel like KT have the damage right now against this Olaf, who is level 6, and just runs straight at them, and that is going to be first blood for the Olaf. Yeah, they're going to have to call in Peanut to help push, otherwise Bay would just be in an awful spot, and he's going for it anyway. That's just an easy flash gained.
And are they just going to give this up? He wants the solo instead.
Yeah, he's got flash. This is the easiest scoop you've ever seen. It's like a scoop of ice cream. Easy peasy. Just gets that, and it feels like it took a little bit long, though, because the smite is going to come in here. Peanut will be able to take this objective, but now, Blank not in the best spot. They want to burst him down, and immediately he will go down, but Olaf will as well, and the Lantern has to come out here just to save Rich. Let this bottom lane go. They don't want to get caught in a counter gank situation. They don't want to lose more down here. So I think they're just going to let this one go. But we do have the engage coming in. Double Flay and Hybrid again in a rough spot here. Zeus does have flash, but he's just going to spit out Hybrid. And there is no getting away from this Olaf. He is just, he's too strong at this point in the game. Smacking face. And again, they shouldn't have even walked up to the lane because that kind of thing can happen. We got more action up here on the top side, though, as the teleport is going to come in.
Rich lives.
Doran, yeah,
it's the orange
will have to back away, but they now have UCAS. So let's see what they want to do here. It is 3-on-2 for now, and it looks like KT will just take the passive approach and back away.
You're going to see from Duckdom as that front line comes through. So you get another Rift Herald charge here. The mid turret is going to go down. This game feels like it's fallen away from KT. Like it's just going to be so hard to catch back up. They have to play so safe, and Nongshim is not giving them any inches here.
It's, well, okay. This might just be it. We have a massive engage now. Both of them are just so dead. And look at UCal and Doran. They're halfway up the lane by themselves. This is still pushing. They're going to take down the inhibitor turret here as well. Now they'll just look to engage onto UCal and Doran. He is just going to get knocked up and blown to pieces eventually.
Peanut's chasing. UCal is
they're going to flash after, and he is dead. Thumbs up comes out from Peanut. They'll give that kill to Kellen.
Risky fight where UCal could get value, so why not just take the entire map? In fact, cut UCal in half here. Cut him off, rather.
Yeah. TP comes in. UCal... Well, okay. He's going to look to actually trade it here on the Bay, but the Emperor's Divide just kind of...
This is KT's last stance here. Their last stand. Their last team fight. Not even going to get the lick there.
Yeah.
Horn.
We have one item for the Senna. We'll see what that does, as Tom Kench is pretty much dead. Yep, see you later. Gets clapped. And that's a great pick. You know, a lot of poke damage actually does come out from the side of KT, but now it's 5v4.
UCal.
Yeah, they're going to try to engage onto him, and he gets caught once again. Nice Orianna ultimate in the front line as well. Here comes Doran trying to go 1v5 essentially, but just not enough follow-up. Blank doesn't do any damage. Hybrid doesn't do any damage. The flash comes out. UCal's going to get a really big damage number here, poking over the wall about 5,000 times, but at the end of the day, he'll just get blasted. And now everybody's running away with their tail between their legs.
Yeah, Yukel.
Trying to get that root off and just runs away.
Yukel's trying to put the team on his back and carry, but the deficit is too big. The team is too heavy and task for KT. Like, how do you defend this Baron against Duckdom's insane clear speed? Look at Rich's positioning. He doesn't have Ornhorn, but he can almost by himself just zone out the entirety of KT Rolster. Doran's too far away. They stop the Baron, but...
Doran. Here comes Predator Thresh. There's the flay, and okay, well, he actually flashed there. He's gonna get over the wall, and actually he has done a nice amount of damage. He's going for Duck Dom, but at the end of the day, that's not the play. A little bit too much protection that time.
Is there a play, though? You know, that's the question here for KT. They tried their best. Yukel tried to put this team on his back. They fell too far behind. It's a great draft from Nongshim, you know. And I don't think Duckdom is going to get Aphelios anymore in this series. A common red R1, R2 on red side. I don't think he's going to get it.
Yeah, well, you would hope so. I would imagine that after this game, KT will reorder their priorities here in the draft, at least against this team. And, yeah, that's going to be the Baron going the way of Nongshim. Yukel, it's almost like he's having fun, you know? He's just trying to trade up there.
Got all the turret plates. And that's enough for a lead that is just going to close this game out.
Yeah, looks like it. They're just going to chop down these turrets, and it doesn't look like there's anything they can do, especially because the Azir is dead. Tom Kench looking as useless as always as we go, because what we saw in that game did not work. Just got overrun by Peanut and the gang.
Look at the damage.
See from these numbers.
Yeah, the damage here for Yukel is second highest in the game. A really big performance from Peanut on the Olaf. Helped get that early advantage on the bot side of the map, but I mean, the draft just didn't work together. They just couldn't actually find these fights. The Aatrox pick ended up being another weird one. T have unlimited engage. Like, how do you mess up these team fights? Kai'Sa should never get caught. From between the Hecarim, the Ornhorn, the Emperor's Divide, Alistair's Pulverize, is like, Kai'Sa should be super safe to do damage and clean up as long as you have a strong engage. If you actually have positional advantage, like, how do you lose team fights if you're KT Rolster? They have such a strong comp for the late game in terms of team fighting.
They do. There's a lot of scaling on the side of Nongshim Red Force. I don't know if we get there, though. I feel like this game might just be blown wide open in the mid game. And, you know, playing front to back, perhaps you can make something happen. There's not a fantastic amount of disengage from the side of Nongshim, though, so you might just get absolutely bowled over. It's kind of my expectation here for this game. We'll see if it does play out that way, and if KT can prove that they are the stronger team, at least here in game number 2. We got a trade in the bottom side where your Hybrid got ignited. As you were mentioning, that's... Oh, they're going to go for it. Hybrid sticking around here. We'll see if a death sentence comes out, and we also got a trade in the mid lane. Bay is really forcing this one, running right next to that Azir. He tries to TP away! Are you kidding? You're not going to get away with that, sir.
The difference is going to be that the bot lane isn't going to explode as easily.
Oh boy. Level 6 to level 5, Rich has to just flash in the lane. And it always seems to go this way. Whenever we see... Oh, he's going for it. The knockup comes in here. Does he have enough damage, though? He doesn't have any mana. And now level 6 is hit here for Rich. I think Doran, he's got some mana back now. And one more hit will do it. It looks like... Okay, there he goes. Just barely going to reach out that stubby little Orn arm.
Look at Rich's
and
face,
poke him down.
Yeah. Flash down as well here for Rich. This is pretty aggressive.
Yeah. Getting in there. We have Yukel rotating down here.
Bye-bye.
And, okay. You see him throw up the thumbs up. He's like, yeah, you got me.
Meanwhile...
Oh, we got to fight down on the bottom side. Here's the Horsey trying to turn things around. Duck down with... He does have the Featherstorm, but he actually just doesn't even...
Changes in the bottom side of the map. There's so much going on that we're living in the past. We're living through this game through replays as you see the knockup go down onto Peanut, who wanted to take the Lantern. He's just collapsed upon there. Cannot actually take it. So it's just a really nice collapse there. A little bit of a mistake, obviously, as well from Peanut. And Ko, as we're going to see the headbutt onto Kellen. Ends up being a trade back here. but it's going to be a 2-for-1. Nice cleanup. Blank is always where he needs to be. Blank's Hecarim actually has been so map just yet. They're going to push this lane in and maybe look for it here, but
They'll get it, yeah.
I'm going to get more than it, maybe.
Yeah, they're just getting so much poke down. I mean, Gale Force is already done. They're diving underneath as Duckdom and Kellen just put on a clinic.
And it's not about like how much damage Hybrid does alone. It's about how much CC they have. Speaking of which.
Oh no. Well, that wasn't it, Bay. You don't want to flash into the Emperor's Divide. You should have had their carry alongside of Bay to try to help out, because they certainly seem to need it here. Peanut getting more and more confidence here. You could see that Kellen now rotating over. They're running him down with the red buff.
It's got Ornhorn.
In a lot of trouble. Flash comes in, miss on the hook. Doran, nice dodge, but the follow-up is palpable here from the side of Nongshim Red Force, able to run down the Ornn. Area situation here. He's actually running the other way back to his turret now, but I feel like maybe he should have just tried to
good ult.
Run down bottom side. There's the ult, nice flash, but at the end of the day, it's 3-on-1. It doesn't matter if you have a turret. KT will respond by taking the mid tier 1 at least, so we'll trade back in a down, right? You're looking to use the range that you have on your side with, okay, well, looks like we do have the fight coming in here from Blank, but he's so fast that he's going to run out of there before the teleport even gets off. Surely looks to be mostly wasted, although maybe might get a, nope, looks like that will be denied. Just
another one of those, oh, we're going to watch two things at once.
What are we going to watch? Oh no, this is like, okay, well, we do get that hook coming in from Kellen, but this teleport might be a little bit of trouble. Peanut is going to have to run away. Kellen now in an awkward spot, and Rich kind of getting baited into this one. They want to try to kite it out. You see Duckdom has to try to frontline. Here comes Bay, looking to lock down Zeus if possible. The Lamb's Respite up on the top side, important as they will take Peanut out eventually. And that's a good trade for KT. They take away the enemy jungler, and you only lose your cow. I mean, that's fine.
And that's 40 seconds before this Drake fight. I mean, they looked for one pick. That great. You don't have hard engage. You don't have disengage. And this Baron clear time is pretty fast for KT, and they have so much CC. Like, how do you collapse in on this if you're Nongshim? You're going to have such a hard time.
I think they're just going to rely on Peanut to try to get a steal here, but the knockup comes in, and there it is. Collected from the side of KT. Lamb's Respite only to save Peanut, and Zeus will go down, so they do take down one member of KT. But that's 4 of them now with the buff on the run here. You can see that Kellen thinking about it, but again,
I mean, I'd rather see Bay down here making sure they can control vision than having him side lane.
They want to get onto Rich, and Rich, he was backing. He's like, oh, maybe I can get away from this. You're not getting away from anything. You're just dead. This is their only way to engage. And KT are giving them so much room, actually. It's a bit surprising for me, as the TP now going to come in, and actually they do get the Cloud Soul that is massive on the side of Nongshim, and KT just not confident enough to take that fight, and now we're just barreling down mid for Nongshim. In this game, it should not be understated. And Nongshim say, well, if you're going to line up for us, maybe we can take an engage. There we go. Blank in an unfortunate position, just gets taken out immediately. The Gale Force, I think, was the killing blow there, and Duckdom is just frontlining. As Doran, not sure about that charge, but a lot of damage coming out from the Azir. The follow-up from Doran, not good enough, as the Featherstorm finally does come out, but here comes Hybrid, finally has his moment to shine. And is there enough damage to take him out? I don't think so. This has been the problem. Yukal unbelievably low, but it just does not matter. He's got double stopwatch, as he always does, and Hybrid is just too much of a threat. This is going to be a pentakill, no doubt, for the Kai'Sa, unless Rich gets the kill. Never mind.
Zeus got
he was trying so hard, and Zeus was like, yeah, you got this covered, right? You do 7,453 damage. Clean it up here. And now we got a very fun map state, as bearing down on Rich, they're going to try to one-combo the Aatrox, but not quite able to. Flash over the wall to get away from that one, but Zeus extremely low. And look at you, Cal, isolated on the top side. Rich is just taking so much pressure away from his team. And look at Peanut just running forward and inting. He just immediately goes down.
He's feared. He can't ult, but I mean, the pressure is on here. I mean, this is going to be an inhibitor for sure.
Yeah. He creates a lot of space, I suppose.
I mean, it was a great fight for Nongshim on the other side of things.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, Bay had a great stopwatch versus Yukal. Fantastic positioning as well. The disengage.
He's too fed. Cookdown's too fed. They can't do anything. Hybrid is desperately trying to get in there, but he can't. There's no Hecarim ultimate. And man, we need the clown noses, the clown car. We need everything right now. I don't have enough words for this game. Featherstorm is going to come down. They're going to focus down the Nexus. The autos, though, are enough. I mean, they're just barely going to take down the Nexus. He has this big moment in that game. And Hybrid actually did more damage. He did the most damage in the game, but it just did not matter. It wasn't enough.
Yeah, it wasn't enough. The team fights were not clean enough for KT Rolster. The coordination was not there. And you think it's a composition that has so much CC and so much hard engage that it's almost too big to fail, right, in the late game. But it just was so well outplayed by Notion. Their handling of a lot of those team fights was really good. The gold difference graph, I think, really tells the story of both team fans' heart monitors. Kind of spike it up and down. But at the end of the day, Notion take a big upset win here. And it's hard to pick a POG for them because, you know, it was so crazy. Both